It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Today we begin our elementary competition in this, our 34th year here in Prince George's County Public Schools. A good time will be had by all. Let's meet today's teams. We go first to Cherokee Lane Elementary School and say hello to Marco Chavez, Sofia Velasquez, and Samantha Garcia. And from Laurel Elementary School, please welcome Talasi Mistry, Yao Tumata, and Chantel Can. And now here are the categories of questions we use on the Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty, with the easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10 points, the tougher ones 15, 20, ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. We start our teams out at 50 points apiece, no penalties ever for incorrect answers. At the end of the 2 rounds, one of these 2 good-looking, talented teams will come back to play our game again and perhaps advance to this year's semifinals. Let's go over and make sure everything works properly before we start. Sophia, would you try your buzzer? All right, nice confident push over there. Looks and sounds good, Sophia. Good luck to you, to Samantha, and to Marco. And Yao, how about the green teams? All right, A-OK over there, looking and sounding good. Good luck to you and to Lassie and to Chantel. And no matter what happens today, you are all winners. You're here representing Cherokee Lane and Laurel, so you are great students. Let's have a good game. We go alphabetically C before L, so Cherokee Lane and Sophia, let's play the bowl.
Body systems for 15, please.
Body systems for 15 points is a multiple choice question. Teams, if you eat Parmesan cheese or mushrooms or seaweed, they don't taste sweet or salty or sour or bitter. Which of the following tastes is the savory taste that describes those? Is it origami, umami, or pastrami? Which of those is a taste? Laurel, nice and loud.
Pastrami?
Not pastrami, good try. All of those foods that I mentioned, Parmesan and seaweed, they have a savory taste that is described as pastrami, umami, or origami.
Umami.
Umami, that's it, good. I like that word, umami, umami. Go, Red. You got the points. Red.
Okay, so
You pick.
green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. Teams, firework shells used to be made of this kind of plant that is the favorite food of pandas. Cherokee Lane.
Bamboo.
Bamboo, that's right. That's what they feed the pandas down there at the National Zoo. All right, you're off to a quick start there. Red team, go Sophia.
Okay, Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 points. Teams, the smallest bird egg on Earth, relative to the size of the bird, is laid by this bird that is flightless and the tallest bird on Earth. Laurel.
Ostrich?
Ostrich, that's it. Thank you, Chantel and Selassie, for your help there. Go, Yao, your turn. Pick a category and a number.
Let's get physical for 5, please.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Teams, a werewolf alert goes out when the moon is in this phase. Laurel.
Full moon?
Full moon, yeah. He's going to come out. He's going to bite you. He's going to get you. Go green. Flip that light there to the green side, please.
Daylight savings. Daylight science for 5.
Dateline science for 5 points. Teams, a young one of these cartilaginous fishes is the subject of a popular kids song with people going, making the chomp. Laurel.
Shark.
Baby shark.
Baby shark, baby shark. That's it. Go green. Go.
Body systems for 10 points.
Body systems for 10 points. Teams, Washington Nationals pitcher Max Scherzer had, for a brief time this summer, a blue one, a brown one, and a black one of these. Laurel.
A bear.
What's that?
Bears.
No, not a beard. That's a good try. Max Scherzer, for a short time, had a blue one, a brown one, and a black one.
Cars?
Eyes. Eyes. Body system. He has one blue eye, one brown eye, and remember he got hit with a pitch, and he had a black eye. All at the same time. Go green. 70 to 75, you're 5 down, Yao.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. Teams, your question is as follows. A lot of physicists agree that it is very hard to describe this that most people think is the force that causes things to fall straight down.
Gravity.
You got it, Sophia. Good. Go. Red.
Let's try body systems for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams, you're on Science Bowl. If you don't know the answer to my question, you may just roll your eyes and shrug your what? Laurel?
Shoulders. Shoulders.
Shoulders. Huh? I don't know, Mr. Z. I don't know. Thanks, Chantel. You knew. Go. Green. Go ahead.
Science potpourri for 10.
Science potpourri for 10 points. All right, teams. If your urine turns strangely red, it could be that you have just eaten, Sophia. Beets, yes, indeed. A lot of people freak out. Oh my goodness, it's blood in my urine, but it's just those beets you ate. Nicely done, young lady. Go. Go ahead.
Green things for 20.
Green things for how many?
20.
20. All right. This is a visual question. That means you look at the monitor in the studio here, and you're going to see a picture of a plant called a lobelia high on the slopes of Mount Kenya in East Africa. And when its leaves die, they don't fall off. They all stay on the plant to keep the plant warm.
Okay.
Sophia, what did you want to tell me? Samantha, go ahead.
It's part of their fur.
Not quite. Laurel, all of those dead leaves stay on that lobelia plant, helps keep the plant warm at that high elevation. What I-initialed word describes something that helps keep you warm? I-initialed. The answer is insulation. Insulation. I was going to say, you're going to get the next question, Sophia, but that'll happen after the break. Our score right now is Cherokee Lane 95, Laurel is 75. We'll be back with round 2 in just one moment. Don't you go away. And welcome back to Science Bowl. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. As we said at the top of the show, our first elementary game in this, our 34th season. And what 2 great schools we have here today, Cherokee Lane. Nice to have you guys with us today. Sophia, who is your principal?
Mr. Galbraith.
Wonderful. Out there rooting for you. And who's the sponsor of your team?
A softener?
Yeah, out there. And she has worked hard to get you guys ready. And I like your matching shirts over there, the Cherokee Lane Science Bowl team. You guys are as official as you can get. Sophia, tell us something about Cherokee Lane. First of all, you've got some alternates on your team, don't you? Can you give me their first names?
Okay, David, Jeff, and Adrian.
Wonderful. We'll bring them out in just a couple minutes. Your shadow team over there.
Yes.
And something about Cherokee Lane that you think everybody at home should know. Something special about your school.
Well, Cherokee Lane makes everything fun. But for example, they use being good as a prize for kids. Everything is fun there, but you still learn at the same time.
Boy, you couldn't say anything better. Every school should be able to be described that way. And the joy on your face tells me that you love being at that school and you love doing this. Before we leave you, someday, what do you want to do?
I want to be a valedictorian and get my doctor's degree.
Wow. Valedictorian, that's the number one student in your high school class. With what I see at this point, you should have no trouble doing that. You're a great player. Samantha, nice to have you with us today.
Thank you.
And you want to be an actress, you told me.
Yes.
Yeah, why an actress?
Well, I think acting is like it's not just a job. It's actually something fun to do. Like some people, they go to work, they don't enjoy it. But acting, I love acting. So I know I'll enjoy it and I'll have a good job.
That's very wise. If you can do something in life that you're surprised they pay you for, then you are doing the right thing. So you keep at it. Don't let anybody deter you. Marco, you want to be a paleontologist, huh?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, I was always fascinated by things that were alive once but now are deceased. And I think that making a big discovery about something like a dinosaur would be great.
I was just reading that the permafrost, because of climate change, is melting, and they're finding mammoth bones and tusks in places, you know, that have been buried for many, many thousands of years. So I hope you get to indulge your dream there. Nice, you're a good player. Let's go over to Laurel. And Yao, tell us about the Laurel is up there in Laurel, Maryland, and who's your principal?
Mrs. Lee,
Wonderful. And who's the sponsor of your team?
Miss Whitteman.
Yes, indeed, and she does very good work getting you guys ready for this, and she was one of the first to register this year, so you guys are lucky to have her. Tell me about any alternates on your team. There's one, isn't there?
Yes.
Who's that?
Samer.
All right, we'll be out in just a few moments' time here. You tell me something about Laurel and the audience that you think is special.
They kind of make the work kind of easier for us and make us understand it way better than others.
It's all about understanding, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so if a teacher is going too fast or too slow, but if they make it fun and if they make sure that each one of you learns, then it's a good school and a good class. What do you want to do someday, young man?
Engineer.
Engineer. And what kind of engineer?
Chemical.
Chemical engineer. Do you do chemical experiments ever?
Well, like once in a while.
Once in a while. You make sure you protect your eyes and everything when you do that? Okay, just worried about you. Chantel, nice to have you here today. You've come up with a couple good answers. How do you know so much about science? Because you do.
Whenever my brother comes home, he always brings books and we read it together.
That's wonderful. And Chantel's brother was a contestant on our show, played for Dwight Eisenhower, so it's an all in the family here. You flatter us by being here today, Chantel. What do you hope to do someday?
Be a lawyer.
A lawyer, yeah. Do you like to argue? Mm-hmm. Do you win your arguments? And then you'd be a good lawyer. That seems like the right heading for you. And Talasi, nice to have you with us today. Tell us the Talasi story. What do you do in your spare time?
I like to read books.
You like to read books. What kind of books you like?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Okay, all right. And what are your dreams? What do you want to do?
I want to be a photographer.
Photographer. Do you take pictures now?
Yes.
Do you have a good camera? Do you have a camera other than on your cell phone?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you've got a good eye and you're patient, most of the good photographers I know, they don't rush. They take their time. They're patient and they wait for just the right shot. Nice to have you here today. Let's get back to the game. Cherokee 95 and Laurel is 75. Last correct answer came from the red team, so lots of points to give away. Tough questions remain. Sophia, go.
Okay, let's try green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points. Teams, it sounds like this plant has a knife. This most abundant plant on earth actually has leaves called blades. Laurel.
Cacti?
Yeah, not cacti, good try. Sounds like this plant has a knife. This most abundant plant on earth actually has leaves that are called blades.
The Venus flytrap?
Grass, a blade of grass. Oh, now they're smart. Yeah, go red.
Let's get physical for 15.
Get physical for 15 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Leonardo da Vinci used this simple machine associated with ropes and sandbags to lift heavy objects. What simple machine did he use, Laurel?
Pass it to Tosi.
Talasi?
A pulley.
A pulley? That's right. Good answer. Good. Go green. Go ahead.
Green things for 15.
Again?
Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points. All right, teams. This is an interesting question. Sawed wood is known as lumber, while felled trees are considered this. the same thing they yell when the tree is coming down? Laurel.
Tumber.
What?
Tumber.
Tumbling?
Tumber.
Say, what is he saying?
Tumber.
Tumber. No. Sophia, what do we call wood that is felled when a tree comes down? The same thing they yell when the tree comes down.
Timber.
Timber is what I want to hear. That's it. Go, Red.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sophia.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points. Teams, our body's own personal military, always looking out for danger, is this body system. Laurel? What you got?
It was
Chantel, what are you telling me?
fist.
A what?
Your fist.
Not your fist, no. Your body's own personal military, always looking out for danger, is this body
The
system.
white blood cells.
Which is part of what system?
The nervous system.
No, ma'am. Good try. The immune system. The immune system. Samantha said, I thought I was thinking about that one. I thought that one might be it. 110 to 90. Still close. Go, Red.
Zoo parade for 5.
Zoo parade for 5 points. Teams, Marco, this might be right up your alley. One of the boys in the Jurassic World movie had a fixation on dentition, meaning that when 2 dinosaurs were fighting, he said, we need more what? We need more what, Laurel? Yeah?
We don't know.
Okay. Don't ring in unless you have an idea. Cherokee Lane, this boy in Jurassic World was fixated on dentition because every time dinosaurs were about to fight, he would say, we need more what?
Air.
Teeth. Teeth. Dentition is all about dentist and dentition. All right, try again, Red. All right, we got some harder questions left here. Where are you going?
Science pop parade.
4?
5.
5 points. Teams, this precious stone made entirely of carbon is also one of the suits in a deck of cards. Laurel.
What is it?
Laurel. What you got? Talk among yourselves, Cherokee Lane, in case I have to come to you. Have an answer for me. Go ahead. All right, we're going to have to go to Cherokee Lane. Cherokee Lane, this precious stone made entirely of carbon is also one of the suits in a deck of cards. You play cards?
No.
You don't play cards. Okay, that doesn't help you.
So I think
It's a diamond.
Okay.
It's a diamond. You know, you got spades and clubs and hearts and diamonds. And a precious stone, diamond, that is made entirely of carbon. Okay, Red, go. Go, Sophia.
Okay,
Let's go.
Zoo parade for 15.
Zoo parade for 15 points. Teams, hyenas. Yeah, sometimes nasty. Hyena society is strictly matriarchal, which means this sex rules the roost. You got one or the other. One or the other.
Male?
No. Cherokee Lane, it is a matriarchal society, which means which sex rules the roost?
Female.
Yeah. Okay, good. Go, Red.
Okay, so zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25 points. Teams, when fireflies flash. They're doing that to let the bats know, don't eat me, I taste bad. They're flashing, you know, in order to attract prey. And they're also flashing to attract these. Laurel. All right, you rang in. What's your idea?
I forgot.
Sophia?
Mates.
A mate, that's exactly right. They're trying to attract a member of the opposite sex. Good. Red, go.
Okay, let's, body system for 25.
Body systems for 25 points. Teams, there are 4 kinds of pain. There is lower back, there is post-surgical pain, there is headache, and then there is this kind of pain associated with elbows and knees.
Joint pain.
Yeah, that's it, joint pain. You got it. You were with me the whole time. Go, Red.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. It's a spelling question. At one time, because weather and astronomy were thought to be related, they came up with the term meteorology. Spell meteorology for me. Take your time. Who's going to be my speller? Okay. And Laurel, have a spelling ready for me in case I have to come to you. Sophia, say the word for me.
Meteorology.
One more time.
Meteorology.
Meteorology. Yes. Okay.
Meteorology.
You had a good try. It was a good try. Not quite. All right. Who's going to be my speller over there?
Chantel.
All right. Chantel, would you say the word for me, please?
Meteorology.
Meteorology. Meteorology. Say it again.
Meteorology.
Okay. See what you can do.
Meteorology.
Not quite. It's meteor, like coming out of the sky. Meteorology. Good try. No points. Go, Red.
Okay, science potpourri for 15.
Science potpourri for 15 points. Teams, elephants have such good hearing that they can hear a volcanic eruption long before we can. They are responding to infrasounds. I will give you the points if you can tell me the D initial unit that is used for measuring sound. The D initial unit that measures sound.
Decibels.
You got it right. Yes, ma'am. Decibels it is. Good. Go. Red.
Okay, Dateline science for 10.
Dateline science for 10 points. Teams, in New Zealand recently, they dug up, here's a paleontology question for you. They dug up the fossil of a giant parrot. Unlike parrots today that are herbivores, that parrot was a what? Laurel?
Carnivore?
A carnivore, that's it. Good. Good. Go, Green. Yeah?
Daylight science for 20.
Dateline science for 20 points. Teams, Jonas Salk and Albert Sabin famously developed a vaccine for this P-initialed disease. Sophia.
Pesticides?
Not pesticides, no. What is the P-initial disease that we all needed to get vaccinated against? Thanks to Albert Sabin and Jonas Salk many years ago. Give me a P-initial disease. Yeah? It's polio. Polio is the right answer. Try again. Green.
Let's get physical for 25.
Physical for 25 points. It's a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio if you would, please. The second sign of the zodiac is this northern constellation. I'll give you 25 points if you can tell me what it is. Cherokee Lane.
Aries.
Not Aries. Good try.
Libra.
Can you tell us the name of that second sign of the zodiac, the northern constellation? Yao.
Libra.
Nope, it is Taurus the Bull. Taurus the Bull. Too late smart over there. Go Green.
Green things for
Okay, Yao.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25 points. All right, this is an interesting question. You know, when we think of corn, well, the grain, the seed of corn, has a name that has a word, it's called a homonym, spelled C-O-L-O-N-E-L, that is pronounced the same as this thing that a corn is represented by. C-O-L-O-N-E-L is pronounced and is the grain of a corn plant.
Cornmeal?
What's that?
Cornmeal?
Not cornmeal, no. Cherokee Lane, any idea?
Cornel.
Say it again.
Kernel.
Kernel is right, yes indeed. C-O-L-O-N-E-L is kernel, and the kernel of a corn, K-E-R-N-E-L. That buzzer says our game is over. We've had a good one. Have a good time here today. We're proud of all these players. We'll be back with a wrap-up in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. What a great game here today. We are so proud of these young people, as I said before that commercial. Let's look at that final tally today. It is Laurel 100, Cherokee Lane 215. Congratulations, Cherokee Lane, to Marco and Sophia and Samantha. And look at the shadow team back there. Wave, everybody. There's David and Adrian and Jeff and Miss St. John. Congratulations. You all have those matching shirts, and boy, what a game you had. Let's have a round of applause for the Laurel team, too. To Lassie and Yao and Chantel, you played a great game. Sammer, thank you for adding everything, because you're an integral part of this team as well. Miss Whitman, thank you for doing all you did to get the team ready here today. We will see you next time on another edition of Science Bowl. Until then, I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye.